Thank you for selecting this video. At Tharanki Ramacharaka, I being Turk Strongman, this video on high order thinking. I believe this is the second in the series now. Before continuing, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please take a moment to do it now. And while you're at it, activate the notification bell feature. Don't forget to give the video a thumb up, whether you like it or not. Share the joy of the channel with others and make courteous comments below. Now, high order thinking. If we're going to talk about thinking, we might as well talk about language. Thinking, at least the conscious phase of it, involves language in our minds. Things take on a form. If thoughts take on a form that we can understand, there are two main forms, right? Maybe there are only two. But two forms are symbols that refer to things in the real world. Whether that real world involves some other thought, some other word, or whatever. Right? Things are going to take a form that serve as symbols for other things. Because we have things in the world, right? And then there are things about the things. So if we're going to think about the things and the things about the things, what shows up in our thoughts? When we have a thought about a thing and a thing about a thing, I mean, how can you have a thought about a thing without a thought about a thing about the thing? There's something about it. But how are you going to have a thought about it and know what it is if it doesn't take some form of something in your mind that points to the thing and the thing about the thing? Because the thought isn't the thing. But it points to a thing. So how's that look? Well, there's some symbols, something being used in your mind that points out to the things, right? Like words, language, a verbal description, symbols that you know. And there's going to be a picture, a mental image. That's the other one. Here we're not going to be talking too much about the image side. I put a lot of emphasis on that in another video series here. We're going to talk about the language side in connection with high order thinking. So we're going to use, apparently, I mean, it would be good to use some high order language to get there. Now, one little note before going on. Doesn't it make it seem to you that there must be a connection between the world, our thinking, and language? Or mind, mentation, and language, and the world? Yes. There are connections, and I just pointed out a few. The world gives us objects, whether they are abstract objects, mental objects, physical objects, things that we're thinking about. And those objects have qualities, characteristics. Defining characteristics, things that make them different from other things, things that make them like other things. In language, we call these, the references to those objects and their qualities, we call them subjects and predicates. Subjects refer to things, Predicates refer to things about the things. And we're using symbols, words, and so forth, to point to the meanings, which are what refer to words that have meanings that we know, symbols that mean something to us, to which we have ascribed meaning. And then those meanings point to what is a meaning? Well, it's what the symbols point at. The meanings are the things in the world and their qualities. Well, we have different ways of doing this referring with symbols. There are some low-order ways, and there are some high-order ways. They get a little more complicated, and they serve their purposes. And sometimes these high-order methods of thinking help us by knowing how to use them, help us get to more high-order results with our minds. Gaining some self-mastery over that, gaining some mastery over this use of how we use language, will bring us to more high-order results about self-mastery also. For example, we just want to take everything here to a higher order, and we want to get to how high-order thinking works so that we can get some high-order results. Apply some high-order thinking to get an even higher-order thinking. How's that? And work in that method itself, this language method itself, with some high-order results directly, with the content, the specific content. Why not just make it slowly become higher and higher order itself? Put the method right in with the how into the what. Mix the how and the what together. Well, that's what we're up to. So that was a side note. Now, before continuing, which will be in the next video, I just want to thank you again for selecting this one. We're moving forward slowly. See you in the next video. And by the way, still, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. It's a little thing. Little thing you do. You subscribe, and then make it so you get notified. Subscribe and notify. Subscribe and get notified. Make courteous comments below this video. Give it a thumb up. Share the joy of the channel with others. The channel is Taranki Ramacharaka, and I'm Turk Strawman. See you in the next video.